For a link to the PDF version of these instructions, check down below in the description. The 2x6 raised garden bed requires 8 to 36 2-foot boards depending on your variant. Check down below in the description for a full list of parts for each level as well as cubic soil required for each level. To connect your boards and brackets, take a bracket and slide one onto either end of your board until the snap lock hole is lined up. Once you have the hole lined up, take one of your snap lock plugs and lay it flat onto that opening. Then with the palm of your hand, apply firm pressure until you hear a click. Now flip the board around and repeat this step on the other side. If you're having trouble installing the snap lock plugs by hand, you can also use a hammer or mallet to install them. If you think that you've installed your bracket in the wrong orientation and you need to remove it and flip it around, you can do so using a flathead screwdriver. Take the flathead screwdriver and insert it into the opening on either side of the snap lock plug. Insert it and apply firm pressure into the snap lock plug and then twist up. Then flip it around again and repeat this step. Firm pressure into the nub and twist up. Now you can remove your bracket and flip it around. When connecting the boards and brackets for your design, make sure to connect the brackets on either end in alternating fashion. On this side we have a bracket sleeve that's in the down position, and on the other side have the bracket in the up position. Reference the diagram on screen now for how to bracket the boards on level 2 and 4. For a 4-level design, just double the quantities you see on screen now. For this instructional video, I'll be installing this raised garden bed on my deck, so the first step that I'll take is to put down a rubber liner so that I can protect these floorboards from the wet soil over time. If you're installing this directly into the ground, skip to the next step where I explain what to do in that situation. Now lay out 8 boards for the first level of your garden. For hard surface installation, you can use a hacksaw to cut off the part of the stake that inserts into the ground. For hard surface installation, cut 8 half stakes for the bottom level of your garden and insert these half stakes into each of the joints so that the opening is on the top. If you're installing this garden into the soil itself, use full stakes, but insert them into the joints upside down. This will allow you to make adjustments to your shape by allowing you to slide those boards along the ground before you hammer those in. Once you have the first level of your design laid out properly, flip over the stakes and hammer them into the ground. For a one-level design, just install your finishing caps and you're good to go. For a multi-level design, lay out the boards for your second level around the perimeter of your existing frame, referencing the diagram in your instructions. Now, stack the 10 boards you just connected for that second level of your garden while referencing the diagram of how to lay those out found in your PDF instructions. The 4-way brackets for this design will be used to install the crossboards, forming a 3-way connection. To form that 3-way connection, use one of your stacking brackets and then place on top of that your midsection 4-way bracket and then your top 4-way bracket. And that will give you your 3-way connection. Now, if you're building a 3 or 4 level design, just repeat what you did for the first and second levels. The third level will have 8 boards around the perimeter, and then the fourth level you'll repeat with the crossboards like you did for the second level. At this point, if you're doing a hard surface installation, we recommend that you also use an underlayment for the bottom of your garden. That will create a filter to keep the soil from seeping out while still allowing the water to drain. Now the last step is to install your finishing caps on top of each of the 8 joints, and then you're ready to fill it with soil and start planting. If you're having trouble with animals getting into your garden during the growing season, check down below in the description for a link to our 2-foot animal barrier. If you have any questions on this instructional video, please email us at support@frameitall.com.